The man stood at the water's edge and began undressing. He was about to take a dip with his girlfriend when suddenly 2 men on horseback charged into the area. The woman instantly shouted at them, furious. The man yelled, "This is Yellowstone Ranch property! Get out of here!" But the riders didn't care. Without a word, they spurred their horses straight toward the couple. In seconds, both were trampled violently in the shallow water. The attackers didn't stop until the couple stopped moving. The man struggled to his feet and dragged his girlfriend out of the water. Her face was severely injured. He managed to wrap her wounds quickly, and together they rushed back to the ranch. Though her life wasn't in danger, the cut on her face was deep. When the cowboys at Yellowstone heard what had happened, they were enraged. Without hesitation, they grabbed their weapons and set out for revenge. Within minutes, a group had formed and a plan was in motion. Rip, one of the leaders, sent a scout alone toward the border to lure the attackers. Watching from afar, the 2 men assumed this was their chance. They mounted up and took off after him, but Rip's trap worked. As soon as they crossed into Yellowstone territory, cowboys emerged from the trees and surrounded them. Realizing they were caught, the 2 tried to flee. It was too late. One of them, in panic, reached for his gun. But just as he rode off, a thick branch struck him across the chest. He fell from his horse, landing neck first on a rock, dead instantly. The second man was roped off his horse by Rip. He dragged him across the rough terrain for nearly 10 miles. Eventually, they reached an open field where Rip tied one end of the rope to a tree, the other around the man's neck. He was about to be hanged, but before it was over, Rip pulled off the man's shirt, and there it was. The Yellowstone brand burned into his skin. John had one rule: if you turn against this ranch, you don't get to carry its name. So they burned the brand off his flesh, searing it away until it disappeared between the wounds. Only then did they hang him. That's how Yellowstone handles betrayal. Direct, ruthless, final. But vengeance always carries a price, because anyone who bears the Yellowstone mark belongs to it for life. That's why the couple was branded too. From now on, their lives, their loyalty, and their survival are all tied to Yellowstone forever.